A huge vacant church fire on Broadway was one of 92 vacant or abandoned building fires in Louisville in 2024.
WDRB's Richard Essex reports many of those fires could have been avoided.
Code enforcement and building inspectors cannot enter a vacant or abandoned building unless there is something criminal going on. Metro Council is considering an ordinance that would open the door for safety reasons. On October 9th, 2024, I stood on Broadway while the historic St. Paul's German Evangelical Church burned from the inside out right behind me. The fire department told us at the time the church was vacant, but people had been seen hanging from the windows while smoke was rolling from the roof. The building had been a sanctuary for some of the homeless in the area. In 2021, the owner of the building had been fined for failing to keep a gated area between two buildings secure and failing to keep the site clean, including removing debris and other things such as feces, needles, bedding material. Code enforcement inspectors can't enter the building unless there is something criminal. An ordinance under consideration by the council could open some of those doors that have been closed.
And investigate and anything, anything that requires them to go in the premise. And this just allows them to do it with legal right to do so.
Another vacant church building at 37th and Broadway. The fire took the resources of 50 firefighters to bring the flames under control. The building had been empty, but questions from the neighbors.
This is just a disaster. I mean, who would do something like this? I mean, it's been an abandoned building, so I mean, it's an eyesore to me. I mean, to me it would be, because I haven't seen anything, I haven't seen any type of movement or anything.
And then a couple of weeks ago, during the snowstorm, a house fire. And last summer, a vacant building fire. And no one was legally allowed to inspect those buildings.
There's issues with them getting in and out of these buildings, and they just got to codify the rule. They're already going in, but they got to codify the rule that makes it legal, get the search warrants to go into these places.
A year after the fire, the city issued a demolition order for parts of St. Paul's German Evangelical Church, the parts that were most damaged by the fire. In Louisville, Richard Essex, WDRB News.
The wife of one of the pilots killed in the UPS plane crash in Louisville is suing for wrongful death and negligence. Dana Diamond was the international relief officer on the flight headed to Honolulu. His wife Donna is suing Boeing, GE, and the company that did maintenance and repair work on the plane weeks before the crash. The plane caught on fire as it took off, and the left engine fell off before the plane crashed. 15 people were killed, including the 3 crew members.
A 12-year-old JCPS student was left with a brain injury after 2 school bus crashes in 2018, just 4 months apart. This month, the jury awarded her more than $2.4 million. But the fallout may not end there. Tonight, questions about whether taking the case to trial could cost taxpayers more than settling. JCPS and its insurer Travelers offered $30,000 to settle, which is less than the case cost up to that point. They didn't take the offer, and the case went to trial, where the district lost. The student's attorney says the district's insurance won't cover the full $2.4 million, meaning taxpayers are on the hook for more than $1 million.
This is insurance money that should have been paid before there was $1.2 million in taxpayer exposure.
JCPS says a final judgment has not been entered, and the district is reviewing its next steps. The district could still appeal.
The former U.S. Air Force pilot accused of providing defense services to Chinese defense pilots appeared in court this morning. His federal case is being moved to Washington, D.C. 65-year-old Gerald Brown is charged for allegedly providing defense services to Chinese military pilots without authorization. Investigators say in August of 2023, he started rearranging his contract to train Chinese pilots. During that time, they say he began working with a Chinese national who conspired to hack into major U.S. defense contractors' computer networks. He traveled to China in December of 2023 and returned to the States early this month. Brown will remain in custody in D.C. until his detention hearing.